Hi, and hope you're having a great day and you're withstanding the quarantine measures with ease and grace. The following sequence is designed to help you with your cervical spine. So any kind of tightness, thanks a lot, Monk, that you may have in your upper neck, in your neck. Specifically, if you have any sort of bulging discs in your neck, be sure to check with your doctor before doing any exercise. And if you're still gonna go ahead and try this with me, which is a gentle flow, I'm gonna advise you to just try to be mindful as you go into the postures. Don't force anything and just see where your body is, okay? All right. Okay, so for today's practice, we're going to need a blanket. Maybe. You may or may not need the blanket. It's a very gentle practice, but I'd like for you to be able to support yourself if the need be, and just put your blanket close to where you can reach it, right? Okay, now it's time for our first posture. This is called reverse corpse pose. I would tell you the Sanskrit name, but I'd probably butcher it a lot. So here's how we're gonna start. Go ahead and lay down on your belly. Bring your forehead to the floor and then bring your hands out in front of you, maybe about shoulder width distance apart. And then press down through your elbows and just try to reach forward with your fingertips and then reach back to your toes. Once you have all the reaching situated, then go ahead and relax into the posture. Breathe in through your nose and then open your mouth wide and let it go. Breathe into your nose again. And at this point, you're probably starting to feel some widening across your upper back. You're probably starting to feel your neck let go a little bit. Because what we're trying to do here is just to allow the neck to relax a little bit before we decompress. Go ahead and breathe in through the nose. And open your mouth wide and side out. And then try to maintain stillness the whole time. Deep, even inhales. Deep, even exhales. Now, if this is uncomfortable for you, feel free to take your blanket and place the blanket under your forehead. If this is okay with you, then continue to reach forward and press down to your armpits and continue to rest your elbows on the floor. And continue to widen across the upper back, but then let go so that you're not tensing any muscles. We're just here for a few more moments, giving the neck a minute to decompress. And then we're ready. Let's go ahead and change postures. So very carefully, bring yourself up onto your elbows, onto your forearms, and pause right here. Now we're ready for the next posture, which is called superior pose. Again, if I said the Sanskrit word, I would be lying and there'd be some tongue twisting going on. So let's go ahead and get started with that one. So go back to your supine posture and take your hands, interlace your fingers. Place your thumbs underneath your occipital ridge. That's kind of where your head meets your neck. Press your thumbs into that pressure point, and then just go ahead and bring your forehead back to the floor. So you're not trying to press through your elbows here, you're just trying to relax through your elbows. You're going to feel like your tailbone's moving towards your shoulders, and you'll feel your shoulders probably moving back as well. Let your feet fall out to the side. And feel your upper back starting to stretch just a little bit. This should feel a little bit delicious. And feel free to adjust your elbows as need to. And continue to press your thumbs into your occipital ridge on either side, just to give yourself a little bit of acupressure. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And with each exhale, find yourself sinking deeper into your mat. Let your torso sink into your mat. We're just here for a few more moments. One more inhale and one more long, luxurious exhale. And then when you're ready, go ahead and bring yourselves back onto your forearms. All right, we're in Sphinx pose here. I just would like for you to bring your chin forward and just kind of reach your chest through your arms. Move your shoulders away from your ears. Point your toes back. Inhale. And then exhale. Let's go on to our next posture. Our next posture is called crocodile pose. So you're going to go ahead and bring your elbows down to the floor. And then you're going to take your face into your hands with the palms on either side of your cheeks. And you're just going to rest right here. Lower yourself gently into the posture. You may need to walk your elbows back a little bit if you find that there's too much pressure on your neck. Or you may need to walk your elbows a little bit wider if you find that there's too much pressure on your neck. Bring your feet towards each other and lean into the posture. Again, giving yourself some traction for your neck. And again, as this is called crocodile's pose, I know there's a Sanskrit pose out there, a Sanskrit name, but I don't know what it is and I don't want to lie to you. And just hold here and breathe into your hands. Feel your neck relaxing. Continue to move your shoulders away from your ears. Just here for a few more moments. And it's noteworthy that if you feel you need to stay here for a little bit longer, then you go ahead and do that. And then, feel free to pause the video here and just take as much time as you need in this posture. If you're ready to move on, as I am, we'll go ahead and bring our forearms back down to the mat, coming back into that starting position. Then I'd like for you to bring your hands next to your side ribs. Point your toes towards the floor. Move your shoulders away from the ears and then inhale and lift your head, chest, and arms and bring yourself forward into Cobra pose. And then come all the way back down. We're going to do one more like this. Press into your palms, so bring your elbows in close to your body, tops of the toes are on the mat. Heels are towards each other though, and big toes. And go ahead and bring yourself back into that low cobra one more time. And then come on down. This time we're just gonna press up, straightening the arms as much as we can. Moving the shoulders away from our ears. Maybe your knees can stay on the floor and look up into the ceiling. And then come all the way back down. And go ahead and bring yourself onto your hands and knees. Again, be mindful of where your neck is. Make your knees about hip distance apart. Bring your big toes together and then walk your hands forward. Kind of like that same reverse corpse pose that we started in the middle. But this time you have a little bit of space here in between your shoulders and the floor. Maybe you want to widen your arms a little bit and spread your fingers wide, pressing down into your armpits. You're reaching so far forward that your forearms are lifted up off the mat. And let's go ahead and just rotate our chins to the left and to the right. Just trying to give up some space in our neck as we get ready to get deeper, stretching, kind of like loosening that up a little bit. And then when you're ready, go ahead and turn your head to the right and keep it there. Once your face is turned towards the right, like you're on your forehead, walk your fingers a little bit more forward and reach back into your hips a little bit more and press down into your palms. This should feel pretty good. Press down, especially in through your right palms, to increase that stretch, not only on the right side of your neck, but on the whole right side of the arm, all the way through the fingertips. Part of having impinged cervical discs is that the nerve pain can travel down all the way to your fingers, so we're trying to open all of the pathways here. First, go ahead and bring yourself back to the middle, and let's go to the other side. Again, walk the left hand a little bit more forward. Spread the fingers wide. Move the shoulders down the back. Press into the palms. Maybe you're relaxing your face. Maybe you're smiling. And you're breathing evenly in through your nose and out through your nose. And as your body unravels, you may need to reach further with your fingertips or reach back more with your hips. Just go ahead and do that. Accommodate your body. And again, especially if you have an injury in your neck, watch yourself. Go ahead and bring your focus back to the floor. And then bring your hands next to your knees and bring yourself up. You should be feeling a lot of space in your neck. Now that we've decompressed a bit, let's go ahead and do some stretching. Now I have my blanket here. I'm going to be using it to sit on. Some of you may not need a blanket. Some of you can sit up on a pillow. If you feel that you need to be more comfortable so that your back is straight, you may need to sit higher. So I'm just going to sit simply. Now I'm going to get myself kind of situated here on my blanket. What I'd like for you to do now is to root down to your sit bones, bring your shoulders up and away from your ears and down your back. We're going to do some chin thrusts. So basically you're going to stick your chin out and then bring it back in. It looks like this from this side. Stick your chin out, bring it back in. Stick your chin out, bring it back in. All right? So let me get back into my situation, get myself nice and set up, make sure my back is straight, my shoulders are down my back, my hands are resting lightly on my thighs, and my elbows are in line with my shoulders, right? And then I'm gonna stick my chin out and then bring my chin back. Stick it out, bring it back. 3 more like this. I think this is 3 more. And then when you're finished, come back to your neutral position. Excuse me, constricting my neck a lot in that posture. Come back to your position. And then make sure that your chin isn't too far forward, too far back, center in the middle, all right? And go ahead and set your hands behind you, tent your fingers, root down into your sit bones, lift up so that you have a straight back. Take an inhale. And on an exhale, begin to just roll your neck forward, roll it back. Rolling our head forward, rolling it back. Remember, stretch those fingers, rolling it forward, and then rolling it to the other side. Roll your head down and up, roll back to the other side. Press through your fingertips, cupcake your fingers, that's how I call it. And keep rotating forward and then over to the other side. I'd like for you to rotate forward and go all the way over to the right. And then tilt your chin down. And then hold it here. So you're tilting your chin down so you're looking down to the floor. And then I want you to just look up to the ceiling and then look back down to the floor. Remember, tension on those fingers. Look up to the ceiling, look down to the floor. Up to the ceiling, look down to the floor. We have 3 more. Up to the ceiling, look down to the floor. Up to the ceiling, look down to the floor. And now the last one. Up to the ceiling, look down to the floor. And go ahead and roll forward, get yourself over to the other side, and your chin is tilted down. Ready? Look up to the ceiling, look down to the floor. Look up to the ceiling, or down to the floor. Are you finding that one side of your body is extremely tighter than the other side? With me, it's the right side of the neck, and I can really feel it. Root down into those fingers. Make sure you're not collapsing onto those fingers, but the fingers are holding you up. And we have just 2 more, I think. I have lost count. But I would like to do one more on this side before I stop. And then I'm gonna hold it here. Looking down, moving your right shoulder away from you while you're looking down towards your left knee. And then go ahead and bring your head forward again and then come back to center. How was that? Was that a little bit difficult? Gonna make things a little bit interesting now. Bringing your hands forward again. I'd like for you to go ahead and lift your hands up to the ceiling. And then bring your hands back down. Let's do that again. Lift your hands up to the ceiling. And then bring your hands down. Let me cue it this time. Lift your hands up, palms facing down. Turn the palms up. Bring your hands up to the ceiling. And then I'd like for you to go ahead and let your left hand down. And then walk your right hand all the way over to, actually walk your left hand over to the left. What am I doing? Reach up and over with your right hand and reach down with your right sit bones, right? So you should get a nice stretch in the sideways. And I'd like for you to go ahead and look up and then look back down. Look up and then look back down. Again, look up and then look back down. Isn't this exciting? Look up and then look back down. And then I'd like for you to look up, reach up, and then when you're ready, bring yourself all the way back up. Take that right hand over to the left side of your head and just bring your head over to the right. It's very gentle, don't force that to happen. And then when you're ready, I'd like for you to go ahead and extend your left hand out to the left. Move your left shoulder away from your ear and tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder. Some of you are gonna stay right here. Others of you are gonna bring that hand out, that left hand out parallel to the left shoulder, and you're reaching through the fingertips again, deepening the stretch on the opposite side. Some of you are gonna stay right here. Some of you are gonna flex your left hand and push the air away, like imaginary wall away, while still deepening the stretch. Now, this could be tingling a little bit in your fingers, but what we're really trying to do is open the pathway between the cervix, isn't that interesting? Open the pathway between the vertebrae so that the nerves can come through, and they can come through and do their job unimpinged. Now that we've done this, go ahead and re-straighten your hand, turn your left thumb down, and then go ahead and bring your left hand over to your right hip. Move your left shoulder away from you and continue to deepen this stretch. So you're gently moving your head to the right, gently moving your left shoulder away from the left. And you're smiling. And this feels pretty good too, so you're super smiling. And then let's go ahead and come out of it. So first bring your head back upright, release your bind, turn your palm up and send both hands up to the ceiling. So you know where we're going to the opposite side. So you're gonna walk your hand out, reach up and over and root down to the left sit bones. And then when you're ready, you're gonna look up, hold here, looking up, and then we're gonna look down to the floor and then look back up. I always say, look over to my right knee, look back up, over again to the right knee, look back up. We have about 3 more. Very slowly, very deliberately, see where you are in your neck and try to go all the way to where your neck will allow you to go. Don't go past it, but go to the edge if you know what I'm saying. And then we have our last one coming up. And then go ahead and look all the way up, take an inhale. Reach up to the ceiling. Pause here. And then when you're ready, bring yourself all the way back up. Take your left hand to the right side of your head and tip your left ear towards your left shoulder. It's very gentle. Don't drag your head over there. And then when you're ready, go ahead and send your right arm over, just out to the right. Some of you may want to play, depending on how tight your shoulder is, with where you want to place the hands. I find like slightly, I just go in a straight line, mostly because I think I'm twisted anyway. And maybe my straight might be slightly off to the right or slightly off to the left, but find your own place. This is your own body. Feel what your body's telling you to do. Some of you are gonna stay here. Others of you are gonna lift that right hand up so it's parallel to the left shoulder. In the meantime, you're still increasing the tilt with the left ear towards the left shoulder. And you're breathing, moving your right shoulder away from your ear, increasing the tilt, but not leaning on your head. You're using your hands to just increase a gentle stretch. You're not pressing your head down. Some of you are gonna stay right here. Others of you are gonna go ahead and flex the right hand and push the wall away. And again, we're doing this so we can open the pathways for the nerves to get down to the fingers. This may feel a little bit strange, like I have a little bit of a tingling going on in this position. It's not very pleasant. Some of you are gonna stay here. Others of you are gonna go ahead and turn back to your come back to the position where your hands are extended. Then turn your right thumb down. Then bring your right thumb around towards your left hip. Take an inhale and then deepen that air tilt to the left. Move your right shoulder away from your waist. Move your right shoulder away from your body, down your back. Move your right shoulder away from your ear. Oh my gosh, it's been a long day. Breathe into any sticky points that you may have. Breathe out. Again, move your right shoulder away. Maybe see if you can deepen the tilt towards your ear. One more inhale here. This feels delicious and horrible all at the same time. And don't forget to relax your left shoulder. I just had mine instinctively up here. I had to force myself to relax it. And then let's go ahead and first we're gonna undo our bind. Then we're gonna come back up. And then we're gonna have that hand up in the air, turn the right palm up and reach up. Inhale, and then exhale, bring your hands down to the sides. How does your neck feel? Does it feel a little bit different? Do you feel stretched out? We have one more posture, actually we have two more. But this one is to kind of improve the strength of the trapezius muscles. So it goes like this. You take your hands out in front and you inhale. And on the exhale, you curve your back in and bring your fists all the way together and squeeze your shoulder blades together because we're going to do 5 of those. Inhale, round your back and send the hands forward. Exhale, bring your fists in close to your body, squeeze your shoulder blades together. We have 3 more. Inhale, hands go forward. Exhale, squeeze shoulder blades together. 2 more. Inhale, hands go forward. Exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Last one. Inhale, hands go forward. Exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Right. Okay. So we made it this far. Let's go ahead and finish our postures up. So one more thing I'd like for us to do before we end today's sequence. And if you notice, I'm not really doing a traditional yoga sequence today. I'm more or less doing body parts. A lot of us are sitting in positions that we normally don't sit in during the day. Some of us are finding out our home office setup is kind of trash. And so a lot of stiff neck. So that's the focus of today's practice. And then later on, I'm gonna film another video with just hamstring stretches. That's it, hamstrings. Should be interesting. Okay, let's finish this up. I'm blabbing way too much. I'd like for you to go ahead and stand up, right? Oops, sorry about that. Like we're in shorts. Stand with your feet hip distance apart. Bend your knees the same amount. And then go ahead and clasp your fingers, bring your hands behind your head. And then just drape your body over your knees. Use your thumbs to press into the occipital ridge. And then maybe just rotate your head around. Move side to side. Some people don't like this one that much. I kind of do. Because I feel like it's a controlled way to do the range of motion in my neck. Just a few more moves. And then when you're ready, bring your hands back down to the floor. And then when you're ready, go ahead, keep that bend in your knees, bring your hands to your hips, and come all the way up to standing. All right, so we just did that. We just did how many minutes after I stop the camera of neck exercises just to relieve pressure in case you have bulging discs. So go ahead and have at it and stay tuned for the hamstring video. And have a great rest of the day in the meantime. You want to say goodbye, Monk? It's time to eat. Have a good one, guys.